And we'd like to welcome to Art in the Air Spotlight from the Chesterton Art Center. And they're going to be talking about the wonderful things coming up there for the Chesterton Art Fair, which is in its 66th season, running August 2nd and 3rd. And, of course, this year it's going to be at Dogwood Park. But we have Micah Bornstein, who is the marketing director for the Chesterton Art Center. Welcome to Art in the Air Spotlight.
Thanks for having me, Larry. Thanks for having me, Esther. How are you?
Yeah, it's so good to see you.
Likewise.
Well, tell us a little bit about what's going on with the art fair this year.
Well, you covered all the pertinent logistics, but I'll go into a little bit of detail about the art fair and what one can expect when visiting Dogwood Park this year. It's a juried art fair, so we solicit applications from artists who have a history of participating in the art fair, and some people who this might be their first art fair with us. And so it's a little competitive, right? And from there, we have a juror who selects the people who will participate. We have a deep history of providing a stellar experience for not just the artists, but of course our nearly 4,000 visitors as well that we see on Art Fair weekend. In addition to the arts or the exhibiting artists or the vendors, we have live music, family activities, food. There's free parking at Dogwood Park, and it's also accessible for anybody who might need handicap parking as well.
What is the admission this year? Oh, there you go.
Yeah, there we go. It's $5 a person for each day you attend, and anybody 12 and under is admitted free. You can find a lot of the information that I just said, along with some other details on our website, so chestertonart.org. And from the homepage, it's pretty easy to navigate. It's front and center. This is a flagship program of the Chesterton Art Center, and we spend a lot of time gearing up for it.
It actually was the founding event for the Chesterton Art Center. Well, actually, the actual total is, I think, the Porter County artisans of things, but the art fair predated the actual art center, even though they are kind of one of the same. Hey, tell us what kind of food that we can expect to have there.
So we'll have Ben's Soft Pretzels, Dog Days Ice Cream Parlor, which is a fan favorite, Fresh Starts Food Truck, Tacos My Friend, and Travelin' Tom's Coffee of the Dunes, along with a really wonderful music lineup for both days. So on Saturday, we have 3 musicians. We have Marco Villarreal, Billy Foster, Patty Schaffner. And then on Sunday, Marco's back to start the day, followed by the Sharks and Molly Abraham.
Nice.
And, I really would be remiss. This is a big undertaking that Chesterton Art Center engages with in every year. And so it requires a lot of support, not just from our board and our staff and all that, but it requires some financial backing. And so it's always nice to recognize the operational support we receive from the Indiana Arts Commission and the John W. Anderson Foundation and the Abelson Foundation Trust. But we get a lot of event support too. We get support from ATG Real Estate Development, LLC, JCMA Inc., Professional Appraisal Services, Sharp Eye Printing, Framing, and Promotion. And then the list goes on as we get closer to the event. And we recognize all those people on our website if you're interested in seeing, not just the staff that makes this happen, but the whole team effort. The community comes together to make sure this event comes off.
Well, you know what I noticed on the website, Micah, was the call for volunteers, and there were still a lot of spots left open. So it's very easy to navigate.
Yeah, Esther, I appreciate you for bringing that up. That was a conversation I just had earlier today with some people. We do have a volunteer sign up. It is on the Art Fair page, not the home page, but once you navigate to the Art Fair page, it's right at the top. There's a button. And if you're so inclined, we would greatly value any time you can give to help us set up or manage the activities the day of the fair.
Right. And the volunteers also get the chance, after they do whatever duties they have assigned, to actually enjoy the art fair that day. So it works out really well.
It sounds plausible. Since I'm not the membership expert, I don't want to say that is 100% true, but it seems like something that we would offer to our members.
It was in the past, I know.
Well, I'm going to defer to you on that, Esther.
Well, tell us a little bit about what we have coming up outside the art fair after we get through that. And the first question, too, is how many people do we have as artists there? But then also beyond the art fair, what's happening at Chesterton Art Center?
So this year at the art fair, we're in the ballpark of 90 artist vendors, right? So the number can fluctuate depending on, people who might drop out at the last second. So I don't want to tell everybody you can expect to see 90, but it's in that ballpark this year, which is pretty good. Pretty good. I think that's about what we have most years. As the person who puts together the map, I can say that it's a couple more than we had last year. Right now, though, at Chesterton Art Center, I do want to touch upon the exhibit we have up. It's maybe, it's one of our big exhibits of the year. It's right here, Vin and Hazel Hennell and their continued influence. So for those who aren't familiar with Vin and Hazel Hennell and the lore that surrounds them, they were a husband and wife artist pair who lived and made art in Furnaceville, Indiana. And we have a number of pieces up in our gallery right now of theirs, along with around 20 contemporary regional artists who work in the tradition of Vin and Hazel Hennell, that being focused on the natural environment around us and the effort to conserve and protect it.
Well, we appreciate you coming on Art of the Air. That's for the Chesterton Art Fair, and that'll be running August 2nd and 3rd. You can find out information, of course, on the website, chestertonart.org. Thank you, Micah, for coming on and telling us all about the art fair.
Thank you for having me, Larry. Thank you for having me, Esther.
Yeah, thank you, Micah.
Art on the Air Spotlight and the complete one-hour program on Sunday is brought to you by Ember Forge Consulting, thoughtful marketing and digital learning built to express your purpose and grow your reach. Learn more at emberforgeconsulting.com/grow. Art on the Air is supported by an Indiana Arts Commission Arts Project Grant, South Shore Arts, and the National Endowment for the Arts.